Hello. Today we'll be looking at custom lists on Rebrickable. Custom lists are a good way to keep things organized that you would not use a regular parts list or a set list for. Perhaps a list of MOCs that you'd like to build. You can also combine sets, MOCs, and parts all in a single list if that would be useful to you. An example here would be MOCs to build. You can also mark a list type to build, to buy, a wish list, or an other general purpose list, just to help keep things organized in your custom list drop down over here. These lists can be made public. If you check visible to others, you can then share that URL and you can share it to people without them having to be logged into Rebrickable. You can add things directly to the list with the search bar. And you can also add things as you're browsing by using the plus icon, custom list, and selecting the list. The parts side of the custom list can be treated like a regular parts list. For example, if we want to change some colors of this MOC, we will first add the parts to a custom list, modular MOCs build. We'll take out minifigs and spare parts for this example, add all parts, to navigate back to your list, you can use My Lego, My Custom List. Now when we go to the Parts tab, we can see all of the parts for that MOC. We will do a bulk edit. They're already sorted by color. If we want to change the color of a group of parts, select that group with the checkboxes. Edit, and choose a new color. And it's a good idea to double check and make sure all of the parts you change the color are actually available. Now those parts have been updated in this list. Instead of using the parts list of the MOC to look for these parts, you can now use the updated and edited version of the parts list in your custom list. And if you prefer to have the parts that you're looking to buy separate from sets and MOCs, you can always create a new custom list and set it up the same way and add parts from here. You can also use your existing parts list to migrate parts to a custom list. For example, if we use the loose parts from Hobby Shop list that we already have created, bulk edit, select all, move. We can move them directly to a custom list without having to export or do anything in between. You can also choose if you'd like to remove the parts from your parts list or keep a duplicate copy. Now we'll return, and they show up in the parts to buy list where we move them over here. This can be helpful for moving parts around between different lists. If you don't want to mess with an export of the entire list, you can select a subset of parts out of a list and move them like that, and choose whether you are copying them or removing them as you go. Overall, the custom lists are just another way to organize parts, sets, or MOCs on Rebrickable. You can also build a list like you would any set or MOC. For example, if we add the parts of this MOC to a new list, we can build that list to see what we need. use build this list, and it will show you build results the same as if you'd run a build operation on any other list of parts. With this result, you can also save these parts to a new custom list so you don't have to run the build result again. Now those specific parts are saved in their own list. This will save build results for a later date and keep you from having to run the build calculation multiple times.